Welcome to Talking Technology with VI Labs. At VI Labs, we believe technology is the single greatest enabler for people with sight loss and all disabilities. If you're looking for the latest news and conversation on tech from a more accessible perspective, you've come to the right place.
Yes, indeed you have. Hello and welcome in to Talking Technology with VI Labs, episode number 70. Can you believe it? We are in our 70s already. There you go. Time flies when you're having fun, as they say. And hey, you may notice that we sound slightly different today. And the reason for that is because I am not in Cork. No, I'm not in Cork. It's not because they kicked me out either, contrary to popular belief. I'm not even in Dublin, actually. I'm in London, of all places. I have hopped on a plane. I came over to London on Saturday, and I am here for Sight Village. Sight Village is happening this week. If you haven't heard of Sight Village before, it's like a big assistive technology conference that happens here in the UK. I don't know if they have international versions of it. It's definitely a big thing over here in the UK. But Sight Village is where all the big tech companies come to show off some of the cool tech that they have got, basically. So you have the likes of Blind Shell are here as well. You've got Glidance. They're developing the Glide mobility aid. They're over here. There's loads of companies attending Sight Village. And it's not all technology either, I should say. It's basically anything. If you're blind or partially sighted, they've got everything. There's a crowd here, Seeable Holidays. I don't know if you've come across them before, but Seeable Holidays, basically they do like holidays and inclusive holidays for people who are blind or partially sighted, which is really, really cool. And there's all sorts of fantastic stuff here. The RNIB are here, as well as are a number of other charities and organisations too. So it's a packed schedule, and hopefully we'll try and bring some of that to you over the next little while or so. It'll probably be a slightly shorter show today, simply because we are not in the regular base and we are operating with what we got today, very much so. But hey, we hope that you will enjoy what we've got for you coming up over the next little while. And hey, some things never change, so let's do the contact details, shall we? And as always, if you'd like to get in touch, we would love to hear from you. You can send us a WhatsApp voice note. The number hasn't changed. It's 086 199 0011. That's 086 199 0011. And if you are trying to reach us from outside Ireland, just so you know, the country code for Ireland is 353. So you would do 353 86 199 0011. Or if you do want to get in touch the much arguably less complicated way, and just send us an email. You can do that too, to content@vi.ie. Content@vi for visionireland.ie. Right, now let's get down to business, shall we? Do you know, when I came over to the UK, one of the first things that I was told, everybody told me, do you know, David, when you go to Great Britain, you need to talk to the king, they said. And I was like, whoa, that sounds interesting. And they were like, yeah, everybody talks to the king. So when I arrived at Heathrow Airport, the very busy Heathrow Airport the other day, the assistance was fantastic, by the way. When I arrived at Heathrow Airport, I said, here, lads, I need to talk to the king. So your man pulls out his phone anyway, and he goes, ring, 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 ring. And he hands me the phone, and what do I hear?
Hi David, King Joe of Kilkenny here. I know it's not the type of royalty you're expecting, but it'll have to do.
Oh, Joe, how are things? Yeah, not the type of royalty I was expecting, Joe. I must say, boss is busy, I guess, is he? I guess sometimes you do have to settle for second best, I suppose.
Well, I think King Charles is in Australia or something, so no can do, you know.
Well, Joe, as they say, when duty calls, you've got to call back. So fair play. It is good to talk to yourself as royalty of the King of Kilkenny, as always. But yeah, so I'm over in the UK, Joe. I'm doing the podcast in a hotel bedroom at the moment, which is very sketchy. I'm a bit nervous that I'm going to be kicked out of this hotel for shouting into a microphone, but they haven't come storming up the stairs just yet. So we'll see how we get on. But hey, some things never change, Joe, and one of those things is voice notes. And we did have some correspondence in after our last episode, our episode 69, where we were talking all things Braille, and we were talking about both Braille screen input and the Brailliance app. And the developer of the app actually reached out to us after that episode aired there recently. And they were telling us that, contrary to what we said, you can actually use Braille screen input with the Brailliance app, which is brilliant to hear. Here's what they had to say.
Hi, thanks for featuring our game. I wanted to point out Brailliance does support Braille screen input. To the left of the keyboard is a native keyboard field that accepts any input you have. I've used it with the iOS Braille screen input and various Perkins devices. It can be a little specific in its setup. For instance, my Focus 40 only passes key presses in 8-dot mode. But it's a fun way to play and test your Perkins. One final thing. As of yesterday, we fixed the bug where the number of letters in a word wasn't passed to screen readers. Hope that helps.
It seems we clearly can't manage in your absence without making omissions, Joe. But there you go. We clearly can't manage without you on things like this. But hey, look, brilliant stuff though. That that the developer reached out to us, and B, that Brailliance does indeed support Braille screen input, which is really fantastic, isn't it?
Yeah, well, I'll leave you on your own for 1 week, Dave, and this happens. But look, we'll get back. We're back to business again this week anyway. And I think it's brilliant. Brilliant got in touch with us, a developer of really important pieces software, and I actually like when people come back and correct us about things like this. It just shows that things like Braille input are very important. I've seen other people using Braille input. It's actually if you're good at Braille and you get used to using Braille input, it's actually even quicker than um, using the touch screen on the device and typing with the QWERTY keyboard, if you know what I mean. So I know a few people using that Braille input way of typing on the screen, and it is brilliant. But the fact that Braille input works with Brailliant, that is a great piece of information, and I'm happy to know that now, and I will pass that on to anybody that asks in future. So and thanks for that. Thanks to the developer there. It was brilliant to get that information.
Absolutely, yeah. Look, it's a brilliant little app. I think we were discussing it like on the show, and we were probably a little harsh in some ways because we were saying, if you recall, that it was very heavy on the old ads front. But like as Mairead said, and I completely agree with her in this, that it's such a fantastic concept because you do never think of words in the sense of how many dots are in it, and it's such a clever idea for the likes of a puzzle game. We've seen things like 4 picks 1 word and all of those kind of inaccessible games over the years, but this is like the brilliant Braille based equivalent. It's like just add up the there's a bit of maths involved, there's a bit of words and clues and stuff involved. It's just such a fantastic little idea that the developer has come up with. But there you go. Absolutely do check out Brailliance on the App Store. It is free to download initially with ads anyway, so do check it out. You've nothing to lose. But hey, Joe, you holding down the fort for us over there? How are things going?
Just about, David. We're keeping things going without you, but we're never too far away in this virtual world, and it's great to connect with you. I hope all is going well over there, and you're getting to see the hotel and some of the sites, and we can't wait to hear all about it.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, it's been a great experience so far. I must say, I'm not a frequent traveller. I'm certainly not used to the hustle and bustle of the likes of Heathrow Airport. But at the same time, I found the assistance there has been great. The assistance at the hotel has been great. I've found it generally a pretty good experience. I actually went to a West End show the other night, and it was weird because I had never, like, I go to theatre sometimes in Ireland, but I had never got a Braille program before. But straight away, they offered assistance, which was fantastic. But they also offered me a Braille copy of the program and the cast list and everything. And I just thought that's such a fantastic concept. And it's brilliant that, these things are progressing like that. And it just shows the enduring popularity of Braille, even in the modern age as well, doesn't it? It is fantastic to see Braille doing so well, especially I've found over here in London, actually.
Well, Braille is definitely an important resource. I know I'm not up to scratch with Braille myself and probably could be a lot better. I'm very slow at it, but at least I know the basics. But if I ever wanted to become quick at it again and use it more, I probably could use some of the resources out there. But to be handed a Braille um, a document at a West End show, and if you are a Braille user, it would be a great thing to have, and that just shows the effort they put in to make it accessible as well.
It really does.
Even to get a Braille menu in a restaurant or something like that, or I know there's one or two restaurants around doing something like that. I think it's a great thing to happen, especially for anybody that needs that extra bit of support. Even someone with hearing issues as well as sight issues. That extra bit of support when you go to somewhere like that is brilliant.
It really is. I mean, and you can't fault that, whether it's, restaurants or whether it's, in this case, theatre. It is brilliant that Braille does have that prominence, because it is really important. It really, really is. So, yeah, fantastic to see that as well. But it is off to Sight Village now for me shortly, Joe. I must say I'm really looking forward to it. Did you ever go to Sight Village, actually, Joe?
No, I never went to Sight Village, but I have friends that have gone there. It's an amazing exhibition of technology for people that have vision impairments or they're totally blind. And there's some great, I suppose you could call them developers and exhibitors there, including Glide and those kind of
Yeah, I see Blind Shell are
technologies.
there as
So
well tomorrow.
Blind Shell, yeah. So Blind Shell, that's your tactile touch, that's your tactile smartphone, which is also very important. We can't move away from things like Braille and tactile devices. It's not all about touch screens and stuff. We have to also keep people in the loop about those kind of devices.
Yeah, I must say now, I'm really looking forward to it. I think it will be a great event. I've never been. I've heard a lot about it over the years. So really looking forward to heading to that, have a chat with the team at companies that, we're dealing with all the time. But oftentimes it's great to hear that the voices behind the technology products that we're using, and hopefully we can do that a little bit with this podcast too. So hey Joe, shall we head to Sight Village?
Let's go.
So, I have just arrived at Kensington Town Hall. Kensington Town Hall is where Sight Village is taking place this year. This is Sight Village South East. Now, there are other Sight Villages. I think the main one, I believe, is in Birmingham, up that direction, I believe. But this is the London one. And it is taking place here in Kensington Town Hall. So I'm a bit early and I can't sign in yet, but it seems like from the little strolling around that I've done, like a good venue. So looking forward to chatting to all of the tech companies, all of the organisations that are here. It's not just tech, there's all sorts here really. So looking forward to it, and hopefully you shall enjoy some of this Sight Village coverage. So I am in. I am now here at Sight Village. I was one of the first in, which is great. There's a good crowd here. I was talking to one of the staff members. They were telling me they're expecting around 1,000 people here today, and they have about 90 exhibitors. So I don't think I'm going to get to everybody, but we will explore and see what we can find. And that is all we can do. And hopefully we'll get some good information over the next couple of hours. I'm really looking forward to this, I must say. So, first of all, do you want to tell me who you're with?
So we are a sight loss charity to support those with inherited retinal dystrophies or progressive sight loss through retina degeneration, and the charity is called Retina UK.
Awesome. So, do you want to tell me a little bit about what you guys do?
So we are fundamentally a research charity. We support and fund research projects into inherited retinal conditions such as retinitis pigmentosa, Stargardt's, and any degenerative condition that affects the retina.
For sure.
And we also have support provisions. So we have peer support group networks across the UK, including Scotland, Wales, and Belfast, including England as well, and also a befriending service, as well as our helpline, which is 0300 111 4000.
Awesome stuff. And if people do want to find out more about what you're doing at Retina UK, can they go to a website or anything like that?
Yeah, absolutely. So our website is www.retinauk.org.uk, or you can email us with your inquiry at info@retinauk.org.uk.
Brilliant stuff. Listen, thank you so much.
Lovely.
And enjoy the rest of the event.
No worries, you take care.
So I am here now at the Brailleist stand with Matthew. And Matthew, do you want to tell me a little bit about what you guys do?
Awesome, yeah. So we have a really simple mission. Our mission is more Braille. So we're here to promote Braille and say that Braille is still valuable. And the way that we do that at the moment is that we run various, mostly online events. So we run a Braille for Beginners course for people who are just starting out with Braille, and then as people get somewhat more advanced on their Braille journey, we run a series of webinars which we call masterclasses, and we do those on all sorts of topics, right through from obscure Braille codes that nobody's ever heard of, right the way through to what's the newest Braille display on the block and how do I get it to talk to my screen reader. And we also do like a Braille bar session, which is where you can come and you can just ask any question you like about Braille and Braille technology. And we do a book club, which is not your typical book club where you read a book and talk about it. It's actually a book where we read as a group, so you can practice your Braille reading and hopefully get a bit quicker and a bit more accurate with it.
Fantastic. And how have you been finding, we were discussing before it started recording, the Braille screen input for iOS 18. How have you found it, or have you been using it yourself?
I use it all the time. That was actually one of our most popular masterclasses this year, actually. Just as iOS 18 dropped, we did a masterclass about Braille screen input and all the new features. It's amazing. I'm using it all the time. I'm loving the new key clicks on the keyboard. I'm starting to get the hang of command mode now. Like I when I remember it, I use it all the time, and then I go through phases of sort of forgetting that it exists. You know? But no, it's really good. I love it. It's fantastic.
How do you think what do you think it means for the likes of, say, the Hable?
I think if you like buttons, you'll always like buttons.
Yeah.
So I don't think the Hable's got anything to worry about, really. But I think it's good to have options, and the thing that I like about Braille screen input is I don't need to carry an extra device, I don't need to charge an extra device, I don't need to worry about Bluetooth pairing going wrong. You know, it's all just there in the one device, and that's what I like about it.
For sure, brilliant stuff. So how can people find out more about what you guys do? Is there websites and stuff?
Absolutely, so braillists.org, so that's BRAILLISTS.org. And from one podcast to another, we'll give a cheeky plug for a podcast that we do called Braillecast, BRAILLECAST. And if you want recordings of our masterclass sessions, you can find them on that Braillecast podcast.
Brilliant stuff. And what do you think of our podcast? How do we compare now?
I love your podcast. I only rediscovered it probably about a month ago. I knew about the old NCBI podcast, but I hadn't realised that you'd started a new one. So I've been listening back to the back catalogue, and it's brilliant. I'm really enjoying it. Good
Fantastic
work, guys.
stuff. Thank you so much. And listen, best of luck with the rest of the event.
Absolutely. Cheers, David.
So I'm here now at the Partially Sighted Society stand. So do you want to tell me a little bit about what you guys do?
Okay, hi there. So my name's Anita Plant. I'm the CEO of the Partially Sighted Society. So we are a national charity based in Doncaster in South Yorkshire, but we're a very small team of only 7. So we've got a range of services that happen there. So we have a professional low vision clinic with a low vision optometrist, where we can, it's all about like assessing the remaining vision and sort of saying, let's look at the vision that's left and what can we do to help you do with that. So we have people from all over the country, and in fact we've even had people from other parts of the world accessing that service. We have a range of support and social activities. We have a mental health and well-being practitioner as well, and that's to deal with the emotional impact of sight loss diagnosis. So that's a self-referral service, and that's, again, it can be in person, by telephone, by Zoom or Teams or something like that. So several of those. And then we have a range of really useful aids and equipment. We also print all the bold-lined exercise books for the visually impaired children in school. Awesome. So we've got over 14,000 different types of book that can be customised to that person's visual impairment. And that all happens within our site centre in Doncaster.
Fantastic. And where can people go if they want to find out more?
So they can have a look at our website. That's at PartSight. That's PartSight.org.uk. They can call us on 01302 965 195. Or they can, so website, go online, give us a call. Really happy to chat to anyone.
Brilliant stuff. Listen, thank you so much and enjoy the rest of the event.
Hi, my name's Alex. I work for the Royal Society for Blind Children. We're a small charity based in London, offering support to young people under the age of 25 and their families as well. Some of the stuff we offer are activities, both online and in person. Emotional support with our families first. Benefits, advice, and myself, I do assistant tech, so I do a lot of tech training. So if you're interested in some of our services, our website is rsbc.org.uk.
Awesome stuff.
Thank you very much.
You're into assistive technology,
I am, yes.
So this is also a technology podcast. So what
brilliant.
do you think is, like, what technology do you find young people are using most now? What's making the biggest difference at the moment, do you find?
I think the hottest one right now that everyone's talking about is probably the Meta Ray-Bans.
Yep.
I'm actually doing a talk on them at 2:20 today at Site Village, room 1 I think, where I'll be demoing it and talking about how it has changed the VI space, especially when it comes to mobility.
Yeah.
So I'll be doing a demo later on.
And how important do you find things like the Be My Eyes and Ira integrations with the Meta Ray-Ban glasses? Do you think they're going to be a big deal? Or?
Oh yeah, definitely. That's going to be a lot, one of the main points of my talk, because I already used it firsthand in a different country as well, when I was in Hong Kong, to use visual assistants remotely to guide me around unfamiliar places.
Awesome stuff. And you find, do you use many of the apps and stuff as well? Do you find kids are using them on iPads in schools and stuff, or?
Yes, a few of my students actually do use AI in schools, not to cheat or anything like that.
Yeah.
To access information. So obviously, I still encourage screen reader skills, but some of our young people might not have the capability to maybe learn that, so they prefer talking. So asking an AI simple question rather than Googling it is a lot easier for them.
For sure. Well, listen, enjoy the rest of the event.
You too.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Firstly, do you want to tell me a little bit about who you are and what you guys do?
So I'm Rory, I'm the Chief Exec of Metroblind Sport. Metroblind Sport is largely what it says on the tin. We have sporting activities as well as social activities. It's incredible what that can do on your life and increase the quality of your life. The sporting activities that we have, I'm just looking at the table. We've got cricket, goalball, football, athletics. We also have bowls, tennis, as well as a low-intensity, high-impact program where we do things like walks, tree planting, etc. And then we have some ad hoc activities such as rock climbing, swimming, etc. So it's quite a wide offering that we do. The greatest thing that stands out to me, and it's I have felt it in my own life, and I see it in others as well, is the effect that sport has on your life, where it gets you out more, it gets you more social, it increases your independence and your confidence, and that leads to bigger things.
Awesome stuff. Do you, I should ask you this because this is a technology podcast as well, so I'm just wondering, do you see, we've seen recently with sports, a lot of things like audio-described commentary starting to come in a bit more, things like that. Do you see technology playing a role in making sport more accessible in years to come?
Absolutely. As you say, the commentary is becoming more and more, and specifically commentary, audio-type commentary.
Yeah.
Or descriptive commentary, and that is sometimes being done on sports that otherwise wouldn't have commentary. So it's in addition to any other sport that would have commentary, where it's being live streamed and people with visual impairments are able to log in and follow the sport, whether they be at the ground or not.
Absolutely. Awesome stuff. Well, listen, how can people find out a little bit more about you guys? Do you have a website and stuff?
We do. Please do go and have a look. www.metroblindsport.org.
Brilliant stuff. Well, listen, best of luck and enjoy the rest of the event. Do you want to tell me a little bit about who you're with and what you guys do?
Yeah, so I'm from the Macular Society. We're a charity that supports people with macular disease, and that affects people's central vision, mostly older people, but we do support children as well who have what we call the junior dystrophies. Our main support that we offer is through our support group. So we have a network of over 300 support groups in the UK, and they are local, user-led, volunteer-run groups where people can just come along, find out what it's like to live with macular disease and how people cope. So they share peer support basically, so share experiences and support each other. We do also offer a range of central services like sight loss specific counselling for people with macular disease. We also offer a befriending service, so people can have someone to speak to about what they're going through, or just about anything else, just to take their mind off their diagnosis.
Sure. And how can people find out a little bit more about what you guys do? Do you have a website and stuff?
Yeah, we have a website, so people can go onto our website at macularsociety.org. That has all the information about us, and you can search for your local groups, and it has our telephone number on there as well.
Brilliant stuff. Well, listen, best of luck and enjoy the rest of the event. So, do you want to tell me a little bit about who you're with and what you guys do?
So our company is called Saint-Cloud Limited. We are providing a lot of non-medical support for students with visual impairment or dyslexia or autism spectrum. We provide sighted guide, note-taker services, we provide special support for students, and we also provide assistive technology.
Awesome.
Yes.
And how can people find out a little bit more about what you guys do? Is there a website that people can visit?
So we have a website. Our website is called senclude.com, which is senclude.com. And it has an accessible format as well. And we do have a phone number. I can just tell you the phone number. It is 07467 216090. So they can find our contacts there. And they can also contact us by email, which is info@senclude.com.
Brilliant stuff. Well, listen, thank you so much and enjoy the rest of the event.
No worries, thank you so
Brilliant.
much. You as well.
So I'm joined now by Dave Williams, who's from RNIB. Dave, how are things?
Fantastic. Thank you very much. Yeah, we're really good. It's very busy, isn't it?
It's absolutely insanely busy. But you're having good footfall. I must say, I was just at the RNIB stand and you guys are absolutely swamped.
We are.
So you're keeping busy, which is good.
We are, yeah. Lots of people very interested in our range of Braille and mobility products. Dare I say it, Christmas cards have been quite popular this morning as well.
Wow. Yeah, that's we're getting to that time of year again. But there you go. So what kind of stuff do you guys have on display, and what's kind of happening for you guys at Sight Village today?
So, listeners, you may know RNIB, it's the UK's leading sight loss organisation. So I'll talk about products in just a second, but of course we also provide talking books, training and lots of different services, campaigns as well. So RNIB campaigns for social change, train station, ticket offices are still open, which is a good thing. RNIB campaign for that. Tactile edging on platform edges, audio description, accessible voting, imagine. A campaigning organisation. And of course RNIB is about the community, bringing together blind and partially sighted people so that we can connect and learn from each other. In terms of Sight Village, obviously this is a fantastic opportunity for visitors to Sight Village to get hands-on with a wide range of RNIB products. I have to say this is the tip of the iceberg.
Yeah.
There are many, many more products online. Of particular interest for me, I think, are mobility products. So there's such a variety of canes these days. I mean, you'll know, of course, the classic white cane. There's a huge variety of tips now available, different size roller tips and ball tips. There's a new tip from Ambitech called the Pathfinder 360, which rolls in all directions, so that makes it really smooth when you're walking around on uneven surfaces. Also, still very popular is the no jab cane as well. My wife actually uses this one because she's got a lot of sensitivity in a sort of abdominal area. But actually, for anybody, who wants to be jabbed in the tummy by the handle of your cane?
It's so true, and it's funny because I'm a cane user, and they've all like any mobility instructor will give out to me because they'll tell me that I actually use my cane to the side slightly for this exact reason, because if you hit a pole or any bump at all in the road, you are pushed straight back.
Right.
So things like the no jab cane definitely have benefit, don't they?
And the way that works is it has a spring. It's almost like a suspension system in the handle of the cane. So the cane will compress. So if you collide with an obstacle at speed, then the handle essentially sinks down on a spring into the cane so that it doesn't jab you in the stomach. And then, of course, when you bring the cane up, then the handle extends again. So
for sure,
very effective. And my wife says she wouldn't go back. I am somebody who I tend to hold my cane a little bit further out in front of me. So I like the tip of my cane to be 2 strides ahead of my feet. So I tend not to use it personally, but I do hear from customers how important that is. And then on the Braille side of the house, we have, of course, got the VersaSlate, which is a paperless writing frame, so you can create small amounts of Braille without chewing through paper. With that, of course, we've got the old venerable Perkins Brailler, the
still
Dymo,
hanging around in
still
there.
hanging around, indeed. The Dymo labeler, and of course those Christmas cards that we mentioned, they of course have got tactile and Braille on them. And of course it's a very special time for Braille at the moment because we are celebrating Braille's bicentenary, 200 years since that French schoolboy Louis Braille developed the code that gave tactile literacy to so many blind people around the world. And of course Thomas Rhodes Armitage founded RNIB in 1868 to improve the embossed literature of the blind, was the original mission of the organisation, and he found that Braille really was the most effective system for blind people to read, and of course still going strong in 2024-25. So,
absolutely. And it's evolving with technology as well. I mean, Braille, it's a conversation we've had with a number of exhibitors today, is that Braille is evolving constantly. We've seen recent improvements with Braille screen input for people who are using their smartphones and stuff like that. Braille is always improving, isn't it?
That's right, yeah. And if you are somebody that needs to use Braille screen input and you need some support with that, then RNIB has digital skills advisors as part of our sight loss advice service. So you're welcome to give us a call, and we'll try and help you out with that. And also RNIB contributes to international standards on Braille. We're involved with the International Council on English Braille. So the code itself is evolving, as well as the equipment. We've got multi-line displays and tactile graphics tablets starting to appear. The actual Braille code itself now means that we've got hash signs and @ signs and various ways to write that just didn't exist. I mean, when Louis Braille invented Braille, he didn't have
he didn't need to write an email address, did he?
Well, he didn't have a W because they didn't use W in early 19th century French. So
that's fascinating.
That was something that was added later on. So the Braille code itself, and it's a testament to the man, I think, that the code is sufficiently resilient that it has also evolved. And then, of course, the third piece of that jigsaw, as well as the equipment and the code, are the delivery systems, the libraries. And of course, RNIB has a huge Braille library on demand. You can have that on an SD card. You can download those Braille files. So you can have hard copy Braille as well.
Awesome stuff. And do you want to, for a lot of our UK listeners, they'll be linking in with the RNIB, I'm sure, but for those who maybe aren't linked in, how can they find out more? What's the websites and phones and stuff?
Yeah, so rnib.org.uk for all things RNIB, everything that I've been speaking about just there. If it's Braille you're interested in particularly, rnib.org.uk/Braille, imagine that.
Yes, that's the URL you want, isn't it?
Yeah, indeed, and if you want to go and browse on the shop, you can go to /shop. So, we've tried to keep it straightforward.
Brilliant stuff. And we should say as well at this point that for those in Ireland, if you do want something from the RNIB shop, you can link in as well through the Vision Ireland shop, and we can get stuff through the RNIB. Just go online there to vi.ie or send an email to shop@vi.ie with what you need, and we can link it in with the RNIB as well there if you do want to. So Dave, thank you so much for that. Really look forward to it and enjoy the rest of the conference.
No worries, thank you.
So I'm here at another stand now. Do you want to tell me a little bit about the company you're working with?
Yeah, so hello everybody. Good afternoon, I believe it is. So my name is Awais Niaz. I'm the director and co-founder of an organization called Vision Ability. Vision Ability was set up in April 2021.
Okay, awesome. And what do you guys do? You got some really cool stuff at the stand here. What do you guys do?
So we do IT training with screen readers, for example, JAWS or Supernova.
Yeah.
We do benefits, help people fill in benefits, so PIP, Blue Badge, the whole package, even disabled student allowance, career advice, assistive technology. We have a coffee morning, and then we go to schools, colleges, organizations to spread awareness about disability, awareness, avoidable blindness by regular eye testing. We also can do some workshops, one-to-ones on iPhone if people need to know how to use an iPhone more accessible.
Awesome stuff. And do you want to tell me how people can find out a little bit more about Vision Ability?
Yeah. So we are based in Cambridge Heath Road. So anybody wants to come along, we cover all over London. Best way is to go onto our website, which is www.visionability.org.uk, or you can send us an email, which is at info@visionability.org.uk. Or if you want to have a call or have a chat with me, best contact number is 079 43 722 343. Please feel welcome to have a chat or come down. If you or anybody knows who wants our services, we're more than happy. And the best part of it, our services is all free of charge.
That's always a brilliant selling point, isn't it? Free of charge is the best is the best cost, they would say. So listen, thank you so much and enjoy the rest of the event.
Thank you so much.
So do you want to tell me a little bit about the company? What's it called? What do you guys do?
So we're Ravencourt, and we're based in Stamford in Lincolnshire. Family run business, been established for 40 years.
Brilliant stuff.
40th year this year.
Excellent, congratulations.
Thank you. And we predominantly predominantly specialise in living aids for people with disabilities.
Awesome. So what kind of stuff do you have at the stand here today? What are you showing off at the moment?
We've got a really good range of talking watches.
Awesome. Always popular.
Yeah, we've got a very broad range. Hopefully next year we're looking to bring in, I'm not sure if I'm allowed to say this online.
Yeah, we'll go for it anyway.
But the Rolex style watches, so we're bringing in a new, hopefully a new direction next year.
Oh, that's awesome.
We've got our talking button clock, which is a big button that tells the time and the date.
Yeah.
Our talking keyring. We also have just sold out of our one-button radios, which is it's a radio with one-button function, so that's really easy and simple to use.
I didn't even know those existed, actually. That's cool.
Yeah, DAB radio and Bluetooth as well, speaker, so it's quite a popular item for us. Didn't realise it was going to sell out so quickly.
There you go. That's a good thing too, though, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, yeah, definitely.
Brilliant stuff. And you guys also are available in Ireland, you tell me?
We've got customers in Ireland that buy our products, so we distribute predominantly to other businesses. We have our own independent online website called Story & Sons.
Awesome. So how can people find out more about that?
Story & Sons, it's storyandsons.com.
Brilliant. How do I spell that, just so people know?
STORY.
Yeah.
And Sons, SONES. Sorry, NS, not ES.
Awesome.
Apologies.
Brilliant stuff. Story & Sons. That's a really cool. And you guys have lots of independent living aids on there and stuff as well.
Yes, we do, yeah.
Brilliant stuff. Well, listen, congratulations on the 40th anniversary. Best of luck and enjoy the rest of the event.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank
awesome.
You.
So, do you want to tell me a little bit about the company you're with here at Site Village?
Hi, yes, so I am Lucy and I am on the table today with Seable Holidays.
Awesome. So what does Seable Holidays do? You're a holiday company, quite a unique concept actually, really cool.
Yeah, so Seable Holidays, we are a tour operator that specialises in holidays for visually impaired people and the visually impaired community. So we offer group holidays that run throughout the year. And we also offer a tailored holiday experience as well. And we have a range of local guides in each of our destinations that assist and plan all of our tours in each of our destinations. But on our tailored holidays, that is where you can select one of our destinations, select what activities you'd like to do, and then we can provide that local guide to assist you on your holiday.
Awesome.
So yeah, there's something for everyone basically.
Yeah. And what kind of holidays are easy to make accessible, and what kind of are the challenges when it comes to accessible travel, and how do you guys help with that?
Absolutely. So of course we want to visit places that everybody wants to travel to. So of course there's lots of touristy areas around Europe. You know, we travel to Rome and Naples. We go as far as Thailand, Vietnam, Cambodia. And, you know, the challenges are very much to do with the busy areas, the kind of finding the activities that are worthwhile doing and making sure that they are accessible and enjoyable, you know. So what we do, our local guides are amazing at sourcing out lots of tactile experiences and finding the best ones, because they might have a tactile experience, but we want the best one.
Yeah, awesome.
You know?
So let's say I book a holiday with yourselves or something like that.
Yeah.
What's the process like from start to finish? How does that work?
Yeah, so you would most probably phone up Seable Holidays and I would answer.
Awesome.
And that's when you would tell me a bit about what you're looking for. So if you're looking for a group holiday, I could let you know the availability we have.
Yeah.
You know, based on what you'd like to do. If you want more of a relaxing beach holiday, we've got that. If you want a city break, we've got that. A UK holiday, we've got that. Or you might want more of an independent holiday where you travel by yourself. So you would let me know again which destination on our list you'd like to go to, what activities you'd like to do, how long you'd like to go for, and then we would check availability. I can help you book flights if you need help doing that.
Awesome.
And then we plan your itinerary for you. We send you that 1 month before you go away on the holiday. And then, from start to finish, I'm there for you to assist you and help you get the holiday that you want, basically, yeah.
Brilliant stuff. And how can people find out more?
Yeah, so all of our information is on our website, seable.co.uk, or you can email in to myself, which is lucy@seable.co.uk.
Brilliant stuff. And listen, thank you so much. Pleasure as always.
Brilliant. Lovely meeting you.
Thank you so much. So I'm here at the stand now of Nippon Telesoft, and do you want to tell me what you guys do?
Yes, actually we sell very, very quiet and compact printer, which is actually print braille and ink simultaneously.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very good. And one of your colleagues was just showing me a really cool device over here called the Seika.
Note taker, yes.
Yeah, so this is a little braille note taker. I'm just going to actually grab it so I can describe slightly. You describe this as kind of like a phone, really. It can have a SIM card and stuff in it as well. And it's in a case here, but it's got a little bit of a braille display at the bottom. And then you've got this is a Perkins style keyboard up at the top.
That's right, yes.
Awesome. And
it's got a joystick here.
Okay, so there's a joystick on the left hand side here of the device.
And the right hand side as well.
Okay, awesome.
Here.
Very good. And very good. And so what can this do? It's running Android 13 under the hood, I believe, is it?
Yes, and you can use your own SIM card to put in.
Awesome.
Yeah, and connect it with the Bluetooth, of course.
So this can then, it can make calls, it can do basically anything Android can do then.
That's right, yes.
Awesome. And it's a little, I would say, like, it's heavier than a phone, but it's definitely, like, you could, if you wanted, you could probably fit this in a pocket or certainly in a bag. It's quite a neat little unit. So this is going to be available in the new year?
Yes.
Awesome. Yes. So where can people go to find out more about the device? It's a really interesting bit of kit.
Website, Nippon Telesoft website.
Awesome.
You can find it. And,
brilliant.
Yeah.
And how do people spell the name of this device? The Seika. Seika, is it?
Seika, that's right.
Awesome stuff. Brilliant. Well, listen, thank you so much. A really cool product, and enjoy the rest of the event.
Thank you so much.
Awesome. So I'm here now with a company called Page Braille, and they have got what I must say is a really cool demo. And I'm joined here by Nina. So Nina, do you want to tell me a little bit about what this device is and what you're doing? This is really cool.
Yeah, so essentially we're trying to bring the Perkins into the 21st century. So what we do is that if you're Braille literate and you're using a Perkins to write Braille, you can unscrew the bottom of your Braille, which right now is just a simple plain cardboard piece, and you can screw our product. And it essentially works by picking up the key presses on the Perkins, and you can connect the Perkins via Bluetooth to any laptop or tablet, and you can then open our web app, which is entirely free. And what happens is when you're connected, you can, whatever you type in Braille on the Perkins will be automatically translated live on your web app, and you can then download the file in English or in Braille.
Yes.
And you can copy the text or anything, and we have English grade 1 and grade 2 available. And the most recent addition is that we're adding learning software, a bit like Duolingo, but for Braille. So you start very basic, and it would kind of guide you through learning letters and numbers, all the way through to contractions. And it works with any type of screen reader as well, the web app. So if you're comfortable with that, that's good. And we're compatible with UEB, Duxbury, things like that.
Yeah,
so
awesome.
If you're interested, we're on sale through Sight and Sound for £240. And you can book a demo with us if that's something that you're interested in.
Awesome stuff. So just to be clear, because I find this fascinating, so you're modifying like a standard Perkins Brailler that I might have, like the just bog standard Perkins Brailler.
Yeah.
You screw off the bottom of the little Perkins Brailler, the little cardboard bit.
Yeah.
You put your little thing on, which is a similar shape, but that then picks up the key presses of the good old-fashioned Perkins Brailler.
Yeah.
And then sends it to this web app.
Exactly.
That's really cool. So yeah, and how long? This is a relatively new product?
Yeah, we've been on sale for 2 weeks.
Awesome.
So the first batch is on sale through Sight and Sound. So if you go on our website, pagebraille.com, you can be redirected to the Sight and Sound web to buy it, or you can directly buy it there.
Awesome stuff. So how can people find out more information if they've got questions?
If they've got questions, they can email hello@pagebraille.com or directly go to pagebraille.com, because on our website you can try it out, you can try out the translation software with your keyboard on your computer.
Yeah.
And you can try out the Duolingo type games as well. So if you're not ready to buy quite yet, you could just go and have more information there and send us an email as well.
Awesome stuff. Are there any plans to bring it to the likes of, say, iOS or Android, or give it, say, like Braille, not quite Braille note taker, but Braille input device functionality in time?
That's a bit more tricky, but right now, if you're on any type of device, actually iOS or whatever, you could just open our web app and connect via Bluetooth, and it would already work. Now, making it a keyboard is a bit more difficult for now.
Okay.
But maybe in the future. But
Awesome
right now,
stuff.
if whatever device you have, you go on the web, and it should be good.
Awesome
or
stuff.
Chromebook as well. It works with Chromebooks.
Brilliant.
So yeah.
Fantastic. Well, listen, best of luck with the product. It's a fascinating concept, actually. I've seen a lot of Braille technology, but I've never seen like a modification like this for the traditional Braille display, or Braille Perkins Brailler, I should say. But fantastic stuff. So listen, best of luck and enjoy the rest of the event.
Thank you very much. You too.
So I'm here at the stand now for New College Worcester, which is it's a school for kids who are blind or visually impaired, is it?
Yes, so we are a secondary school and we take children from age 11 up to 19. We take children from all over the UK and we will take children from Ireland.
Awesome.
And we do, so the national curriculum here, which is GCSEs and A-levels, but then also for our students incorporated in the timetable, we do skills, so Braille, mobility, access technology, and independent living skills.
Awesome.
So the idea is that when they leave us, not only do they have their academic qualifications, they have good skills for their next step in life, whether that's university or going into work or an apprenticeship. So the key is about kind of building up for that independence.
And what kind of role is like access technology and Braille playing in the classroom nowadays for you guys as a school that's dealing almost exclusively with these kind of things?
So still really important, so just taking those separately, for access technology, for us the most important sort of starting point for that is how our students access their learning.
Yeah.
And if they're unable to access their learning, then it's going to be really hard to learn. So for us, those two things are intrinsically linked. And what we're able to do, because we're a small school and we're a specialist school, so we're able to ensure that our students are accessing the work in the medium that is most suitable for them, whether that's Braille or large print or using screen reader or a magnifier. So all of our students are treated sort of quite individually in that respect.
Okay.
And then Braille-wise, obviously we appreciate there's a lot of technology there now, which is, arguably could be seen to be replacing Braille.
Yeah.
But we still think it's a really, really important skill to have, and a really kind of just a key skill in terms of literacy and independence, and that kind of pathway into work as well.
Yeah.
So we would definitely encourage students, for whom it's suitable to still learn Braille as well.
This is a complicated question, and I'm sure there are many views on it, and we don't have to go into it in too much detail today if you don't want to, but how do you find mainstream education for visually impaired and blind kids works compared to that more specialised form of education?
It's a really good question, and I think the answer is it depends on the individual child or young person to a degree. We are aware that some students flourish in mainstream settings, both academically and socially, and that's brilliant. But we also have a lot of children who come to us for whom mainstream is not working as well.
Okay.
Whether that is about the accessibility to their learning, or whether it is to do with isolation or social isolation, or just not being supported in terms of their independence and finding their way around that school, or dealing with the large numbers of students in each class. Our classes are quite small, so that can suit some students because it's a bit calmer and a bit quieter and a bit easier for them to learn.
Okay, awesome. And how can people find out more about what you guys do? Is there websites and stuff?
Yeah, so we have a website. It's www.ncw.co.uk. The other thing I'll just mention is we do some courses. Some of them are online. So part of our work as a charity is that we share some of our expertise with professionals working in mainstream settings. So, for example, we've got one coming up with how to support young people with exams, things like some things on Braille or independent living, Braille music. So all of those events are also listed on the website and could be useful to some professionals who are over in Ireland.
Awesome stuff. Well, listen, thank you so much and enjoy the rest of the event.
Thank you very much.
So I'm at the Humanware stand now with Alan from Humanware, and we're standing in front of the Hark Reader, Alan. So do you want to tell me a little bit about this? You're showing this off here at Site Village today.
Yeah, we are. It's been very popular. So the Hark Reader, there's two versions, Hark Reader and Hark AI. So the Hark Reader, they look the same, the physical the same. There's sort of about, in old money, 1 inch high. They've got an arm that raises up with a camera and an A4 width paper. So they're very portable, easy to move around. And
It feels like a very solid unit, I must say. I've feeling it here, and it feels very natural to use, actually.
It is, and it's really, really nice and easy. Anybody can use this. Anybody can use it. Really can. So I'm going to raise it, put the arm down, so it's like in its sleep mode.
Okay.
I've got in my hand a program from a theatre.
Awesome. What show?
What's coming on? Well, we'll find out in a moment.
Awesome. Fair enough. I must say, I love theatre. So
just to explain it, it's an A5 booklet. There's it's a blue background, some pictures, and some very small white text. Probably about size 10 font.
Awesome stuff.
So this is just showing you the Hark Reader. It's in print. It's going to be able to read it. So I raise the arm.
Yeah.
Please place your document. Please place your document. I put my document on there.
It takes the photo automatically.
And now it's
Saturday, the 23rd of March, 7:30 p.m.
Awesome.
Download tickets from £30. Tune in.
So now it's reading down the first column.
Join us in the
Then it'll carry on the second, not the third. But we don't want to listen to Stranger Things. We're going to take it away.
Please place your document.
It stops it. So I'm now going to turn the page over, put it down. It takes a picture. It reads.
Daniel O'Reilly out of character. Thursday, the 21st.
Awesome. And what I noticed
7:30
is really cool is
p.m.
you took that away there, but you can place that any way, shape or form on the unit and it will be able to correct for it. It's not a case that, it's upside down and now I can't do it.
Correct.
It's really good at actually picking up what orientation the document is.
And what's really clever though, David, the text under that last one, Daniel O'Reilly out of character, in small print it reads, the actual text is THU 21 MAR 7:30 p.m.
Yeah.
What it read to us was Thursday, the 21st of March at 7:30 p.m.
Yes.
Because if it just reads the 20, you think, what the heck is that?
Yeah.
And by the time you've processed it, it's moved on.
Yes,
so it's
absolutely.
adding parts to help you.
That's
what's really
cool.
clever, we read 2 pages, or started 2 pages. I haven't pressed any buttons.
No, there's no buttons there that
no
you need
buttons.
to
I
press.
don't need to press any buttons at all. And if you have a book, say it's A5 size book, 2 pages make A4, very often books will want to close up. You know, so you got there. So you hold down the corners rather than ripping the spine.
Yes.
So because I haven't got any press any buttons, I can put my book there, hold it with my left thumb, the left at the bottom corner, the right at the bottom right-hand corner.
Yeah, for sure.
I can take as long as I like. It's not timed. It's waiting for it to come into focus. So you know you're always going to get a good picture. And it would then take a picture.
Awesome
but
stuff.
If I had to press the button, how on earth do I press the button?
You have to let go.
I'd have to use
You
my
need 3
nose
hands.
or get a friend, get you over to press the button for me.
Yeah, for
so,
sure.
It's really lovely. You don't need to press any buttons.
Awesome.
Now that
And
said, there are some buttons. There's a pause button. So you're listening to a theatre programme or a letter you've had or a magazine article. Telephone rings, you press the pause button, come back, press it again, it restarts.
It reads it on. And there's a little volume control in the centre
slider,
here as well, which is really good.
Now, we've got it connected, because we're in the exhibition, it's noisy, we've got it connected to an external speaker. But ordinarily, you don't, because it's got its own speakers built into the arm, which holds the camera. So stereo speakers, they're loud enough for, really everybody.
Awesome.
In a home environment. There is a 3.5mm jack, so you can plug in some headphones if you wish. Or you can, a neck loop, if you have a hearing aid, you can use that.
Sure.
And the other button on the front, on the left-hand side of the front edge, is a rewind button. And that goes back 1 sentence at a time. So it goes back up the page. If I press it 3 times, 3 sentences.
Yes, yeah.
On the right-hand side, we've got 2 buttons. they control the speed.
Yes,
so
that
make
makes
it
sense.
if I want it to read faster or slower. But normally, for most people, once they've got that set, they never leave it there.
Yeah, it's very, as I say, it is very well built. It feels quite tactile. It's quite easy to feel, which I must say is really great. In fairness, but what's cool about this one? So you can get this is the exact same hardware as the standard model, but you can also add on for a little bit of an extra cost. You can add a software AI enhancement. So tell me about this.
Okay, so there are two models. Hark Reader, what I've talked about thus far, reads the print. Hark AI. Artificial intelligence, you need a Wi-Fi access at home or in your work, wherever you're using it. So once you've got it connected to the Wi-Fi, that's it. You just do that once, of course. And it can do what we've done so far with the reader, but it also reads, well, first of all, just barcodes. So I've got in my hand some food packaging. To the feel, very identical.
Yes.
No way of telling the difference. But we'll put one on, it'll pick up the barcode.
Schwartz cheddar cheese sauce mix brand.
Cheddar cheese sauce.
That's incredibly fast as well, it must be said.
I'm going to take that away because that's not the one I want. I'll take the next one.
Schwartz chili con carne.
It's a chili con carne.
That's insanely fast. Wow.
Again, I haven't pressed any buttons and it's read what's there. And it will give me a lovely detail of that.
And that's only on the AI version?
That's only on the AI version.
Okay.
It does that straight away.
Interesting.
So the next thing I've got is I've got a birthday card.
Yes.
So we're now really going. Actually, just before I do that, here's a packet of medicine tab box.
Please place your document. Anodin extra painkiller aspirin.
So straight away, within a second, Anodin extra.
Anodin manufacturer.
And typically, it'll tell me what the dosage is.
Yes.
Body aches and pains.
Fantastic stuff.
You're not got a headache today or anything, Dave?
No, not today, thankfully. So everything's going well so far.
So far, so good. So I've got a birthday card.
Yes.
It's got an image on the front. Put it on there. And what I'm going to do, as it's taking the picture, I'm going to press the pause button down for a couple of seconds.
And we hear that little bing
that little
there.
Chime?
Yeah.
Okay. Now we've got a very slow Wi-Fi connection in here.
That's okay. It's a very busy conference.
The image shows a birthday card with a floral arrangement and the text "Happy Birthday to you" along with the number 80 in gold glitter. The card appears to be displayed on some kind of device or frame. 80 Happy Birthday to you. End of text.
So there you go. So it gives you a description, much like something like Be My AI would.
And now I want to read it. So it's got a greeting in here, handwritten greeting.
Yeah.
So take the picture, press the button.
Wait for the bing.
With image description, the image appears to be a handwritten birthday card addressed to Auntie Pat from someone named Oscar. The card wishes Auntie Pat a wonderful birthday and expresses excitement to see her this weekend. It ends with "All my love, Oscar XXX."
Brilliant stuff. And that deals with handwriting brilliantly as well.
That was handwriting. And I've got in my hand now some Arabic text.
Yeah.
So I don't know if your Arabic's better than mine.
No, not particularly.
We'll give this a try and we'll put it on there. So it's a page of Arabic. I don't know. It goes on the screen. I'm going to press the button.
Yeah.
You heard the chime.
Yes.
Again, the time is because of the Wi-Fi connection in this building. We'll get there.
Image description. The image appears to be a bill or receipt with handwritten text in a language that looks like Arabic or another right or left script. The bill contains a small image in the center which shows two hands forming a heart shape.
Awesome.
You should do something together like a walk in nature.
Now it's giving us the English version of that text.
This helps me empathize with her instead of getting angry with her. Jacob.
That's fantastic. So talk to me about the cost. The awkward question sometimes comes up. These devices can be pricey, but what's this at from Humanware?
In pounds, the AI model is £2,000.
Awesome. Very good.
And the Hark Reader is £400 difference. It's £1,600.
Brilliant stuff. Fantastic stuff. Well, brilliant bit of kit. I think this is definitely, it's always good to have competition in the space.
Yeah.
And this is a fantastic use of, I guess, where AI can come in. So well done to yourselves and the team.
It's a great way of seeing AI. You're quite right, we've heard about AI so much.
Yeah.
But this is just an easy way. The level of expertise you need is to press one button.
Yeah, absolutely.
If you're using the AI. You don't need You don't need to think about holding anything above. You don't need to be taking a picture. You don't worry about that at all. You know where to place the object. You've just got to remember to press that one button
and get your description.
Oh, and I should say, Dave, if I may, on both the Heart Reader and the Hark AI, there is the option of a keypad.
Okay.
We've probably about 5% of our sales are with keypad, and that gives you increased navigation features. So if you've got a lot of documents that have email addresses, you want to read them by character, you can do so. Word by word, sentence by sentence, paragraph by paragraph. So it allows you to move forwards and backwards. I mentioned earlier, we have a button dedicated to going back one sentence at a time. Press it 3 times, you go back 3 sentences. But some people need advanced navigation. It's very simple to use keypad, especially if you've got a lot of telephone numbers, websites, email addresses, where you're really critical to get them, individually right.
Absolutely.
So that's an option for both models.
Fantastic. Well, Alan, best of luck with it, and thanks so much for chatting us today, and best of luck with the exhibition.
Thanks for coming over, David.
Awesome stuff.
Great to have you here.
So now joining me on Talking Technology, I've got a man who I'm sure will be a very familiar voice to many of our listeners. It's Mr. Stuart Lawler of Sight and Sound. Stuart, how are things?
David, it's great to see a fellow Irishman at this event.
I know.
Great to see you. And it's been very, very busy, and hope you've been enjoying the show.
Yeah, it's been great. We come all the way to London, and we bump into each other, but how's that for coincidence? But how are things in Sight and Sound?
You know, it's busy. We've been lots of, I suppose, in the area of the stand where we're both at right now is lots of multi-line braille with the Canute console.
Awesome.
The Orbit Slate devices, which have just come into our product portfolio. Braille senses, Braille emotion, focus devices, Hable, Sense Player.
I was talking to the team earlier from the Page Braille, which is really, really cool.
Yeah, it has really revolutionised or reinvented the classic Perkins, which everyone's delighted with.
Yeah.
And I suppose we're also in the midst this week of the release of Jaws and Fusion 2025.
Indeed.
So lots of questions about those too.
Very good. Yeah, so what's the story with, if we speak, because just after this we'll have tech news and we'll be talking just about Jaws 25 and Fusion Suite 25. But how are things working from an upgrade cycle this year?
So for anyone who purchased 2024 from the 1st of September, it automatically upgrades free.
Oh, sorry.
If you have an SMA, an existing SMA, obviously, and it's valid, you upgrade free as well.
Awesome.
So yeah, I think people, and of course you can get the 40-minute trial, so don't, try before you buy. Definitely stress. Have a look at 2025 if it's for you. Or by all means get in touch with us if you have questions. We're always happy to answer them.
Brilliant stuff. Any exciting things down the road for Sight and Sound? What are you looking forward to over the next little while? What's the most exciting thing for you in the tech space at the minute?
Well, everyone's talking about AI, aren't they?
Yeah.
I'm always interested in how AI is making its way into assistive technology in a safe way.
Yeah.
And how we can leverage that. We're very excited about Braille 200. With our colleagues over here at the RNIB, and I know back in Ireland there's going to be lots of stuff going on with Braille 200 as well.
Sure.
So keep an eye on that. We have a Braille conference next week in Scotland, and we'll be doing some work with the Brailleist Foundation in January with their Braille 200 celebration. So, I think there's a lot to come. A lot of digital content planned with Sight and Sound technology, alongside all the great stuff that you guys are putting out already, David. So keep in touch with our channels and get in touch if there's any queries.
Awesome stuff. Stuart, a pleasure as always.
Pleasure
and thank you so much.
Take care.
Sorry to interrupt your Sight Village coverage. Hope you're enjoying the show so far. A reminder that if you do want to get in touch with us about any of the things that you've heard today, any of the news items we discussed, anything at all really on the technology front, you can always get in touch with us. The number that you need to send us a WhatsApp voice note is 086 199 0011. That's 086 199 0011, or you can send us an email to content@vi.ie. That's content@vi.ie. But hey, some things do never change, and hey, we might be doing event coverage and I might not be in Cork, but the world doesn't stop moving. So hey, it's Talking Technology News time.
This is Talking Technology News.
With your latest Talking Technology news, I'm Niamh. Jaws 2025 has been released, alongside similar updates for Zoom Text and Fusion. A new AI-powered assistant called FS Companion now allows a user to ask questions about various computer options and JAWS settings. AI-powered language detection is now available, and Zoom Text becomes more stable and gets an upgraded app reader. As always, the newest versions will have the most up-to-date support for Windows and Microsoft Office-based products. But if you have an older version of the software, you can definitely still continue to use it. Those with software maintenance agreements can upgrade now to the latest version, or you can choose to purchase the upgrade. Fusion products like JAWS and Zoom Text are still extremely expensive, but it's always good to see them improving as they are very widely used. How often do you update your JAWS or Zoom Text? Do you get yearly upgrades, or do you leave it for a few years between releases? Let us know now. Apple have announced a number of new Mac products, with the lineup generally getting upgraded to the new M4 line of chips. New upgrades were announced for the iMac on Monday, with the most noticeable change probably being the variety of new bright colours available. The M4 replaces the M1, with the device having a higher quality camera and also supporting Apple Intelligence. The Mac Mini also gets the M4 treatment and a slightly more radical redesign. It's still got the same box format as it had before, just with a different size now. But the most controversial change is that the power button is actually on the bottom of the unit and may require some with larger fingers to physically lift the device to power it on. The new Mac Mini is generally being praised for its value, starting in Ireland at €729. The final upgrade came to the MacBook Pro, with Apple saying, with an advanced 12MP center stage camera, Thunderbolt 5 on M4 Pro and M4 Max models, and an all-new nano texture display option, MacBook Pro gets even more capable and even more pro. The MacBook Pro is overkill for most use cases, but for those who do need that bit of extra power, it does sound like a great device. Would you ever switch your desktop operating system? Let us know with a WhatsApp voice note. And finally, for now, Amazon have reportedly pushed out the release of their AI-powered Alexa until next year. The decision comes with claims that the new Alexa is having trouble getting the basics right and is struggling to do stuff that Alexa was previously good at. Controlling smart lights and setting timers are two examples given of tasks that the new AI is currently struggling with. Amazon apparently hoped to release the new Alexa at the end of this year, but it has now been pushed out until 2025. It's currently unclear if the new AI-powered Alexa will require a subscription or new hardware, but it seems like we may have to wait a little bit longer in order to find out. And that's it for this week. Be sure to check out our Tech on Tap newsletter for more great technology news. For now, it's back to David at Site Village.
Thank you so much, as always, Niamh. Yeah, some really interesting stuff in the news this week. Yeah, JAWS 2025 and Fusion and Zoom Text 2025 all being released there. That is great to see. NVDA, I believe, also had its 2024 latest release in just the last couple of weeks as well. So all the screen readers are getting upgrades at the moment, which is great to see. And I'm not in the market for a new Mac at the moment, I must say, but great to see updates on that front too. It's always good to see newer, faster and more efficient chips in the computers there and stuff like that. So that is brilliant to see. But there you have it. That is about our show for this week. Thank you so much for listening. Do let us know. This is very much an experiment for us, I should say. We've never done event coverage in this style before. So it's very much an experiment and we're really open to any feedback that you have on this. So please do get in touch with us. You can send a WhatsApp voice note, as always. It's 086 199 0011. That's 086 199 0011. Or you can send us an email to content@vi.ie. That's content@vi.ie. And we would absolutely love to hear from you with your thoughts, your feedback, your views on the news, anything at all. Please do get in touch. But for now, from me, from Kensington Town Hall, Thank you so much for listening, and we'll see you in 2 weeks' time for another episode of Talking Technology with VI Labs. Have fun.
Thanks for listening to the Talking Technology podcast with VI Labs. If you'd like to support our show, please visit vi.ie/donate. Talking Technology is proudly sponsored by IA Labs, the market leader in digital accessibility services. IA Labs, digital inclusion, your legal obligation.
I have to go catch a plane now.